Tommy Egan is the linchpin to bringing down all of these gangs.
Right now, we just let them fight each other while we expand our territory. And then when nobody's looking, we slide right on in. I want eyes on him.
You ever get tired of being at the bottom of the top? Chicago's a violent city, you feel me? What's standing in our way?
Just the biggest connects in Chicago.
Miguel, he's dangerous.
So am I. We seize this moment, it'll get us closer to becoming the Connect.
We got enemies eyeing us, cops clocking us. We can't keep going to war.
Watch your grip, Whittle.
Let's face the music.
What the hell we gonna do now?
We won't make it very far.
We gonna build a train so big. It can't be stopped. Game over.
What up, what up? Welcome back to the channel. I'm J and we are locked in. Today is the day, less than 12 hours, we will be watching episode 1 of Power Book 4 Force Season 2. Tommy Egan is back to Chicago and we already know what he's capable of. So in this video, we're going to be breaking down what goes down in episode 1, the description of episode 1, and try to piece everything together because Power Season has officially started again. And we know Tommy Egan is trying to cancel Christmas. Now, before we jump into this and break down episode 1 and what's potentially going to happen in season 2 of Force, if you like power content, breakdowns, theories, and predictions like this, live after show discussions, then hit that subscribe button and turn on your notification bell so you get something every time I upload. If you don't see this video at 100 likes, make sure you hit that like button. Now, we're on that road to 50,000 subscribers and Power is back on. This is where we feast. And it's looking like season 2 of Force is going to be one for the books. We also got information that season 3 of Raising Kanan is dropping. Back-to-back Power seasons. Oh, it's about to be a good one. Let's jump into it. This is what's next. Power Book 4 Force, episode 1. Now, if you aren't subscribed to my channel, you might want to. Monday night, we had a live stream talking about season 2 of Force and season 3 of Raising Kanan being released. And we had a very reliable source in the chat promising us that this season is going to be better than the last one, a whole new storyline, and it's going to be bigger than ever. Now, he's saying we don't have to wait to episode 7 or 8. And the gentleman that was in the chat was Kris Lofton, aka Janard Sampson. So you might want to subscribe because we'll be having actors coming in and out the channel, and hopefully we have some interviews this season. Now, the description for episode 1 of Force, it says, Tommy and Diamond hustle to keep CBI's game ahead of Janard's new faction in the streets. While Tommy makes solo moves to avenge Liliana's death, all the while, Tommy hasn't forgotten about his ultimate goal to become a kingpin. Now, we know that we're going to have a cartel in here, and that's Miguel. So it's already showing us that in episode 1, we're going straight out the gate, feet on the ground, we're hitting the ground running. And that's what we've been expecting to see when it comes to this Force. Tommy is self-explanatory. We know he has an ultimate goal, and that goal is to become the kingpin. In season 1, we knew he wanted to take over Chicago. So hopefully this picks up exactly when he leaves from New York and he's headed back to Chicago. And as the description said, Tommy and Diamond, they're trying to keep CBI ahead of Janard's faction. That means Diamond spared Janard because that's his brother. He gave him his own territory. He kept whoever was loyal to him, and Diamond went his own way. So Diamond and Tommy, they're going to have to get together. And in the trailer, you hear Tommy asking who's standing in the way. And Diamond points out that Miguel and the cartel are here in Chicago. So that's going to be an issue. So we know Tommy's going to be going at it with Miguel. But how is he going to be introduced to him is the question. Is it going to be Diamond knowing a few people in the streets? Or is Tommy going to stumble across them? Or is Miguel going to be big enough in the city as a cartel boss to look for Tommy? Because everyone knows what's been going on in the city. We joked around about Miguel. But Tommy and Miguel, this partnership isn't really a partnership. I'm looking at it as Tommy is manipulating the system and trying to get close to Miguel to eventually get him out the game. And that's where Miriam comes in, and we're going to talk about that also. But we were joking around about Miguel, and hopefully Miguel is going to be a good enough villain that we see him stick around at least 1.5 seasons. We kill off too many villains, but Miguel, from what we see, he has Tommy in here putting in work early, knocking a hand off, getting rid of the competition, putting bricks in the streets. So Miguel, they're saying that he's supposed to be the real deal and he's going to be legit. And that's exactly what we're looking for, because Tommy has been running around a little recklessly like the Terminator. We rock with Tommy, but we want to see a little bit of realism. In Tommy working with Miguel, I'm thinking we're going to see this. Now, don't get me wrong, Tommy isn't afraid of anything, but Tommy knows when he's met his match. And hopefully they build up Miguel enough that we can see him be that match that Tommy needs, and we can start to see a little bit of friction between the two. Diamond in episode 1, he's going to be getting everything up under his feet. Remember, CBI is split. He still has the barbershop as his headquarters. Now he needs that work. We seen a clip where him and Tommy, they were talking about being business partners and letting everybody know Tommy is working with me. So these two, we've seen a season with them, and if season 2 is supposed to be better, we've seen them walking around, making it happen, running up on people. And Diamond is going to be that advisor to Tommy, because Diamond, he knows the city of Chicago better than Tommy. So this partnership is going to work out real good, and they're going to have to keep Janard at bay. Now, we've seen Janard with a bloody mouth. We're going to speak about Janard. But as far as the operation goes with Tommy and Diamond, it's best to keep Janard at a distance. And if they are going to work with him, give him any work that they get from Miguel, then it needs to be a third party dropping that work off to Janard and keep these two away from each other. Because Diamond and Janard, they aren't seeing eye to eye, and Janard is still upset that Diamond chose Tommy over him. Just because Janard is the odd man out, I repeat, the odd man out, do not sleep on him and his capabilities in these streets. You still have to put respect on Janard's name. He ran the game for 15 years, so he isn't a rookie to this. Now, he wanted to go in a different direction. So in episode 1, I'm thinking it's going to be the same. Him regrouping, letting his crew know we ain't messing with Diamond. We don't have anything going on with them over there. We're going to get money over here. So it is on site. Now, of course, I doubt he means it's on site with his brother Diamond. But for anybody else in CBI on the south side, then I guarantee it is what it is when they see him. Now, Janard, he's ruling with an iron fist. He's different from his brother Diamond. Diamond wanted to sit back, come up with plans. Janard, he's thinking about making it happen at all costs. And him with Vic, yeah, they messed up in season 1, but I think that Janard, he's got enough experience under his belt, and Vic is going to be out there drinking and depressed. He's going to have to work with Janard, and they'll figure it out. That's one thing Janard has always done, and we've seen it. He figured it out. Even if he got into a jam, he still got out and made something happen. So episode 1, I'm hoping to see him jump out the gate, get his crew together, and start making some moves in these streets. The Flynn family, they've had the biggest fall from graces I've seen. And the reason I say that is because in season 1, Tommy came in and he basically flipped the whole mob, and he had them working for them. Now, internally, we know the Flynn family has a disagreement on who's going to be next. And it looks like this season we're going to see Vic potentially fall out of the competition of even being the next heir to the family, and Claudia will take over. Claudia has the brains. Claudia had the network. Vic looks like he's going to be drinking because they're putting Claudia in that second position to take over the family. And this means, like I was mentioning before, him working with Janard and trying to do some backdoor deals in the streets because the family isn't supporting him like they want him to. So I could definitely see Vic being drove to a depression, to alcoholism, because the family, they aren't showing him the love that he feels he deserves. Walter's still going to have that tough decision deciding which way the family is going. Now, there are clips of him walking around with a shotgun, so maybe he's going to get fed up with everything that's going on amongst the family and how they're dealing with Tommy, the cartel in the streets. So this is going to be the season where we see a healthy Walter, but this Walter, he's going to start reverting back to the old Walter that we've never seen, the Walter that was coming up and asserting his dominance. And he also is going to have to make that decision between Vic and Claudia. I'm really not sure what to expect from Claudia. Maybe see her on the business side, since Dahlia looks like it's not going to be a product in this season. Maybe she's going to be business oriented and try to set up things for the Flynn family for them to make money in the streets. Whether that is partnering with Tommy and Tommy's working with the cartel and they're getting to work that way, or is it going through Vic, partnering with Janard and working at that angle? But Claudia is going to take a step back and not be too hands involved as she was when it came to Dahlia, but more running the family and making sure that the Flynn family in any of their businesses, restaurants, are going to be thriving. And that might be her whole deal within season 2. Hopefully, she stays away from Tommy because we know that Tommy's going to be messing with Mireya. But we'll see how Claudia plays out, because one thing we know about her, she always has a plan up her sleeve. You just have to wait for her to do that magic trick. Other than that, it's looking like it's going to be a good episode 1. We got a couple explosions in the trailer. We got shootings. We got a lot of action. We even got beef between the 2 brothers. We got Tommy working with the cartel. So episode 1 of season 2, I'm going to go ahead and say this. It's looking like it's going to be a very great season. In this premiere, we jumping out the gate later on tonight. So hopefully it's everything that we've been waiting on and they turn this season around. But I'm going to be here watching it, and make sure you tune in also. Here we go. Less than 12 hours before the season premiere of Book 4 Force, Tommy is back in Chicago. Let me know what you think. What are your predictions for the characters? Who isn't going to make it? Who is going to make it? How many bodies are dropping? There's a lot of questions that need to be asked. And once this first episode drops, you know I'm going to be here to break it down for you. So make sure you tune in tonight, 1 a.m. Eastern, right after the episode. First reaction. We're jumping right into it head first. Friday night, 9 p.m. Eastern, we got the live after show discussion where we break down each individual character. We're going to see where they went wrong, where they went right, what can they do to fix it. Power is officially back on. I'm MoDIJ. If you like this kind of content, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. We're on that road to 50,000 subscribers. So each one of you, I appreciate you. Join my Discord. Link is in the description. Season 2 of Force, episode 1 is here. I'm MoDIJ, and I'm out.